This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
A Warden man is being held on $500,000 bail in connection to the shooting of an 18-year-old man in Moses Lake.
The commercial building at the Grant County Fairgrounds was quite literally converted into an economic powerhouse during Tuesday's Moses Lake Chamber of Commerce Business Expo. Hundreds advocating for women's rights will march through downtown Moses Lake on Saturday.
In hopes of reducing traffic violations and accidents, the Wenatchee Police Department has installed red light cameras at 3 different intersections.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
A Warden man is being held on $500,000 bail in connection to the shooting of an 18-year-old man in Moses Lake. Prosecutors charged 20-year-old Zachary Scone with assault in the first degree while armed with a deadly weapon and robbery in the first degree in connection to the January 14th shooting near Montlake Park. Court records show the victim had agreed to meet with a 17-year-old male near Montlake Park to sell the person prescription codeine syrup. The victim's girlfriend told police they arrived at the park and saw a white single-cab pickup truck at the end of the cul-de-sac. The victim got out of the car and met the 17-year-old near the truck. According to Moses Lake police, Scone then came out of the bushes and began shooting the victim multiple times. The victim was taken by his girlfriend to Samaritan Hospital, where he is currently listed in critical condition. During interviews, Scone initially denied being involved in the shooting and said he was at home with his truck all evening after a snowmobile trip earlier in the day. He later reportedly admitted to being at the park and shooting the victim once, claiming the second suspect then took the gun and continued firing. That second suspect, who is not being named at this time because he is a juvenile, is not yet in custody as of Wednesday evening. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family Pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag, what's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata. The commercial building at the Grant County Fairgrounds was quite literally converted into an economic powerhouse during Tuesday's Moses Lake Chamber of Commerce Business Expo. The event gave over 60 Central Washington-based businesses the opportunity to showcase products and services.
Business expos are always a great opportunity to kind of get to know your neighbors, really. In small markets like Moses Lake or Quincy or Wenatchee or Ephrata. You know your neighboring businesses, so this is a really good opportunity to get to know them a little better, hopefully make some new relationships, business partnerships. That's really what it's all about.
Vendors also interacted through games and demonstrations. Bud Clary put together a makeshift showroom for the event. This year's expo was casino-themed. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by...
Are your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Hundreds advocating for women's rights will march through downtown Moses Lake on Saturday. Known as Women's March 2.0, the occasion will happen synonymously with hundreds of other female rights marches across the country. The march will start at the Surf and Slide Water Park in Moses Lake and will end at Sincayu Square in the downtown. Put on by the Grant County Democrats, the event will also feature 2 guest speakers and a public open mic session. The march and rally will begin at noon and will last until 2 p.m. Ephrata hosted the same march last year. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News.
In hopes of reducing traffic violations and accidents, the Wenatchee Police Department has installed red light cameras at 3 different intersections. Over the past few years, Wenatchee Police has contracted American Traffic Solutions to put up red light cameras at the intersections of Mission and Kittitas, Chelan and 5th, and Chelan and Orondo. These 3 intersections were often problematic with drivers running red lights and causing accidents. Sensors in the roadways alert the system in anticipation if the vehicle quickens their speed as they approach the changing light. If there's a vehicle detected that might run the red light, the camera takes a photo of the vehicle and its license. There's also a video taken of the vehicle as it passes through the intersection. If the car comes to a complete stop, there's obviously no infringement.
If we look at it, last year there were 11,065 violation events recorded by the computer system where it believed it was a violation. Of those, 5,609 were rejected by the company and were never sent to us. Now, for us, we issued 5,456 violations. 96% of what was reported to us as a possible violation was determined to be a violation, and those were issued last year.
These violations are considered a basic traffic infraction, and vehicle owners are fined $124. The infringement is filed against the vehicle's owner on the vehicle, not the driver or their license, so insurance rates and driver's license will not be affected. The police department doesn't plan on placing any new cameras up, although they do see red light runner issues with other intersections, such as Maple and Wenatchee Avenue. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 News.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.